All right. Hey, third graders. Okay, I wanted to walk you through week 7's packet. I want to make sure that you guys know what to do and what pages to turn in. Huge shout out to all of you students who are turning your work in and putting in a lot of effort. I love it, and I am working through using this tool that I'm going to show you, and I'm working through giving you guys some feedback and making little notes and sending those notes back to your parents. So if you're turning it into me, just know that I'm looking at your work and I'm giving you feedback on what you are turning in. So huge thank you. Okay, so this page is just your front page. Here's what's different though. I want to make sure that you guys see this right here. So all of your teachers have identified what standards we will be focusing on. That doesn't mean that you're only going to be working on these 3 things. It just means this is what we really need you to know before you go on to 4th grade next year. Okay. So I really want you to be able to ask and answer questions about something that you read or something that you watch or something that you are presented with. I really want you to build your skills in decoding 3rd grade words. And I really want you guys to, when you're writing, I really want you to keep in mind that we are using correct spelling. So really making sure that you're spelling your sight words correctly, using your resources when you're spelling words, and also using correct punctuation, which means that you are capitalizing and you are putting end marks where they belong. Okay, so those are the standards that we're going to be working on. The next page is your, these are your vocabulary words. Okay, so keep this handy. I'm going to keep sending it to you every week so that you can use them in your writing, use them on the pages that are in this packet, practice reading them, pull them apart, maybe make your own cognitive content dictionary with these words, okay? We're in weeks 3 and 4 of this unit, so start looking at these words, okay? Do you want to read them with me? Let's see if we can read them together real quick. I'm going to, okay, this is the word city. Say it with me. City. This is the word desert. I know that word, desert. This is a big word. This is the word diversity. Say it with me. Diversity. Okay. There's another big word. Break it apart a little bit. This is the word environment. Environment. This word right here we talk a lot about. We've talked about it in our last unit. This is the word organism. Organism. We talked about this word in our last unit too. Protect. Protect. This word right here is rainforest. It's a compound word, rainforest. This word is unique. Unique. What makes you unique? This is the word vine. That's an easy one. You guys can do that. You have some decoding skills. I see an I blankie in there. Vine. And this last one is what's growing all over Mrs. Kader's lawn right now. Weed. Weed. I like the translation. Do you guys see right here in Spanish? It's called a mala hierba. All right. Okay, and these next 2 pages, you guys, are just your schedules. So I have it in English and in Spanish, and I just want you guys to make sure that you know that every day I have just 1 or 2 activities for you to do. So you have Monday, you have Tuesday activities, Wednesday activities, Thursday activities, and on Friday, I got my weeks wrong, you guys. I have you doing a principal day letter, but that was supposed to be for May 1st. So still write your letter to Mr. Swayzer or Miss Nygaard, and I will make sure that they get those, okay? Okay, so let's look through your pages. This one's just in Spanish. Here's your first page. We're practicing asking questions. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're just going to be looking at this, looking at the image, okay? So you just look at the picture. What do you notice? What questions do you have? What are you wondering? Remember that a question is just a wonder, okay? And then right here, you have a little cheat sheet. This is a little how-to card, okay? So this is how to ask questions, and it's going to take you through those steps, and it's also going to give you these language frames. This is how you write beautifully in English as you follow some of these language frames, okay? And then what I want you to do is I want you to write 2 questions. So remember when we were looking at that picture and thinking about it? Now I want you to write me 2 questions. And I've given you a little bit of help. I've started your question. I wrote, I wonder. So you need to write your question in this line. And then I also wonder, there's question number 2, write your question right there, okay? On this page right here, this is a little bit of reading practice. I'm going to read the directions for you. Here's the directions. I'm going to read them out loud for you. Read the passage, then practice asking questions while reading by following the steps in the How to Ask Questions card. When you see this symbol right here, it might be a good place to ask a question. Okay, so you are going to read this text. It's called the Gardener's Journal. And now you're going to practice asking questions down here. And you're practicing using those steps that are in your How to Questions card. Okay, so if you notice, I kind of gave you a hint and I started your language frames. I wonder, ask your question here. I read, there's your text evidence. So what do you know based off what you read? And now I wonder, what other questions do you have? Okay, so that's a page that you're turning in. Here's where we're practicing your 3rd grade grammar skills, okay? We've been working really hard on plural nouns, so I gave you a little bit of help. On this page right here, you have your how-to card, okay? So there's your help. Here's all of your rules for making nouns into plural nouns, right? Here's your list of nouns. These nouns right here, these are the nouns that I want you to sort, okay? So you're going to take all of these nouns, these are singular nouns, and I want you to put them into this chart right here. So let's do the first one together. The first one is, let's change my pen back. The first word is potato. Which rule does it follow under? Add S to most nouns. Let's see, let's check the other one. Add ES to a noun that ends in X, CH, SH, SS, or Z. Okay, it doesn't end in any of those letters. For nouns that end in Y, well, it doesn't end in Y either. Okay, so I know that I'm just going to add S. So this rule right here, those nouns go here. So let's try it. P-O-T, potatoes. Potatoes. It follows that rule. Can I tell you a secret? This is a trick noun. It actually goes right here. Potatoes. Right there. And do you want to know how I know that? Right here, this sneaky little rule. And sometimes O. So potatoes is one of those sneaky ones. It ends in ES. Okay, so it's going to go in there. And so I want you to take a look at all of these nouns and I want you to write the plural form in that chart. Okay, these next 2 pages are your part 1 vocabulary quiz. Okay, so all you have to do, you can do it a couple different ways. A lot of you guys like to write the answer on the line, and most of the time, all I need you to do is take your pen and I need you to fill in the bubble. Okay, that is not the correct answer, so don't go hit answer. So those are your 2 pages of vocabulary. And then this is your letter. So remember, for your writing goal, you're working on making sure that you are using correct spelling and punctuation, okay? So this says, Dear Miss Nygaard, I miss school so much. Here are blank things I miss most about school. So you have to tell me a number, okay? And this is part of that power writing that you guys were working on before we left school. Power writing means that first sentence, that P1 sentence, needs to have a number in it. So you get to choose. Here are 2 things I miss most about school, or here are 3 things I miss most about school. Okay? And then you're going to write. I started it off for you. First, you're going to write. Don't forget to sign your letter. All right, this is a fun page where you're just practicing looking for sight words and coloring in. It's like a color by sight word. Okay, and then this last one is something new for you guys. You are going to do a self-assessment. So here are the different levels. Okay, a level 1 means that you still just need a lot of help getting this done. Okay, level 2 means that you're starting to understand, but you still need a little bit of help. A level 3 is where we want you. Level 3 means that you can do these tasks independently. with only making a couple of mistakes. So you're allowed to make mistakes. That's okay. A level 4 means that you can do this independently by yourself. You can explain it to another third grader, and you can use this skill in no matter what you're doing in your life. Okay? Remember that a 3 is our goal. So here are the things that you're thinking about this week. Can you tell when you're looking at a sentence, can you identify which sentence is a question sentence? Okay, are you at a level 1, 2, 3, or 4? Second standard we're working on is I can ask a question about something I read. How do you feel you're doing? Do you still need a lot of help asking questions? Do you need a little bit of help, but you're starting to understand how to ask a question about a text? Can you ask a question independently? Are you feeling really strong about that? And can you do this all by yourself? Can you explain to somebody else how to do it? And can you ask questions about anything in your life? Okay, the next one is I can write plural nouns. Okay, you're going to score yourself. And the last one is I can write in English and remember to capitalize, add periods, and use the correct spelling. How are you feeling that you're doing that? That is your self-evaluation, and I want to know how you're doing so that I can help you and give you a little bit of feedback. Okay? I hope that this helped you guys understand what you have to do this week, and let me know if you have any questions at all.